Every 15 seconds in the United States, a poison control center picks up the phone. In 2024, that added up to over 2.1 million calls. 54% of the victims were children. We tend to picture poison as something industrial. A skull on a bottle, a locked cabinet, a hazmat situation, not a wedding bouquet, not a flower bed outside a suburban house. But right now, plants are growing in residential neighborhoods across this country that can stop a grown adult's heart. Within hours, they are legal. They are sold at retail garden centers. They carry no warning labels proportional to what they're capable of. 5 plants, all of them beautiful, all of them documented killers. Flower 1, Monkshood, the queen of poisons. The chemical in question is aconitine. The lethal dose for an adult is 326 milligrams. Severe poisoning has been recorded at 0.2 milligrams, less than 1/4 of a milligram, an amount invisible to the naked eye. Aconitine works by forcing sodium channels in heart and nerve cells to stay open. Under normal conditions, those channels open and close in milliseconds to regulate electrical signals. Aconitine locks them open. The result is a continuous, uncontrolled flow of ions. The heart begins generating chaotic electrical signals, escalating into ventricular tachycardia, then fibrillation. In severe cases, death occurs between 1 and 6 hours. After ingestion, there is no antidote. Treatment is symptomatic. Doctors manage the arrhythmias as they develop and hope the body clears the toxin before the heart gives out. The margin between a poisoning dose and a fatal one is narrow, enough that even patients who reach the hospital in time sometimes don't survive. The criminal record on aconitine is extensive. Quote, steady, factual, no dramatic inflection. In 2009, a woman in Feltham, West London, used aconitine to poison her former partner's food. He died. His fiancée survived. The perpetrator received a life sentence with a 23-year minimum. In 2018, 15 people were poisoned at a birthday banquet in China when aconite alkaloids contaminated the liquor. 5 of them died. In 2022, 12 diners at a restaurant in York Region, Canada, were hospitalized. 4 went to intensive care. The same year, a 17-year-old girl watched a scene in the Netflix series Ginny and Georgia, in which a character poisoned someone using a plant. She looked up the episode online. She identified the plant as Aconitum napellus. She walked into her local garden center, bought it, pureed it, drank it in a smoothie, and was admitted to hospital with cardiac arrhythmias. Aconitum napellus was on the shelf, unlabeled, next to the tomatoes. Between 1993 and 2005, approximately 5,000 cases of aconite poisoning were reported across China, Germany, Japan, and other countries. The plant has been used as a weapon since antiquity. The Latin name likely derives from the Greek word akon, meaning dart or javelin. Roman soldiers poisoned their weapons with it. According to historical accounts, Emperor Claudius was poisoned with it by his wife Agrippina. The ornamental plant market does not regulate toxicity. It never has. Flower 2, Foxglove, the pharmacological edge. Every digoxin tablet prescribed today for heart failure is a refined, precisely dosed extract of Digitalis purpurea. The plant is the origin of modern cardiac pharmacology. William Withering, a British physician, documented both its medicinal properties and its capacity to kill in a book published in 1785. Quote, considered authoritative measured pace. his own description of an overdose. Sickness, vomiting, purging, giddiness, confused vision. Objects appearing green or yellow. Slow pulse, even as slow as 35 in a minute. Cold sweats, convulsions, syncope, death. The pharmacology has not changed. The difference between the drug and the poison is dosage. Control. And the garden provides none. Foxglove grows wild across the United States and is widely cultivated in private gardens. Its bell-shaped flowers come in purple, white, cream, yellow, and pink. The berries attract children. Most unintentional exposures involve children under 6. The more serious cases involve adults who misidentify the plant. Foxglove leaves, particularly before flowering, are frequently confused with borage, a common edible herb used in cooking. Both have hairy leaves. The tactile difference is that foxglove feels velvety while borage is rough and bristly. The distinction requires deliberate attention. A man once harvested what he believed was borage from his own garden, made a sauce from approximately 12 leaves, and he and his wife both required emergency room treatment. People have also confused foxglove with comfrey and brood. At N2T, those cases have been fatal. The theory connecting Vincent Van Gogh's visual style to digitalis toxicity has been examined in medical literature. His doctor was treating his epilepsy with foxglove. Digitalis overdose causes xanthopsia, a shift in visual perception toward yellow, and halos around light sources. Both features are prominent in Van Gogh's late work, including The Starry Night. 2 of his portraits depict his physician holding sprigs of foxglove. Whether the diagnosis is correct is debated. What is not debated is the pharmacology. The symptoms described in the literature match what Van Gogh painted. Flower 3, Oleander, distributed AT scale. Nerium oleander is planted across highway medians, public parks, and residential gardens throughout California, Florida, Texas, and the American South. It is drought-resistant, inexpensive, and visually attractive. Practical choices for municipal landscaping. Every part of the plant is toxic, with the highest concentration of oleandrin in the leaves. Even the water remaining in a vase of cut oleander is considered dangerous. The mechanism is the same family as foxglove. Cardiac glycosides blocking the sodium-potassium enzyme in heart muscle cells, inducing arrhythmias that can progress to seizure, coma, and death. An antidote exists. Digoxin-specific Fab antibody fragments, commercially known as Digifab. It works when available. In resource-limited settings, access is inconsistent, and delays are fatal. In Southeast Asia, ingestion of yellow oleander seeds is a documented method of suicide. A 1996 medical review covering cases from 1979 to 1992 examined over 200 oleander poisonings. The majority were intentional. In one documented criminal case, a woman poisoned her husband over 8 weeks by boiling oleander roots and using the water to prepare his coffee. He experienced nausea, confusion, tremors, slurred speech, and blurred, yellow-tinted vision before investigators intervened. 8 weeks. Daily exposure. The symptoms progressed gradually enough that neither the victim nor those around him connected them to the morning coffee. A persistent claim holds that cooking meat on oleander branch skewers transfers enough toxin to cause poisoning. A 2021 study in the Journal of Medical Toxicology found negligible oleandrin transfer in that scenario. The skewer myth does not hold up. Direct ingestion of the plant does. Flower 4, Lily of the Valley, the wedding flower. Convallaria majalis appeared in the bridal bouquets of Kate Middleton and Grace Kelly. It is the national flower of Finland. It blooms in spring and is planted widely in European and North American gardens for its scent and its appearance. It contains at least 38 cardiac glycosides. Convaladaxin, convallarin, convalamarin, and others, producing a digitalis-like effect on the heart. The entire plant carries them, leaves, stems, roots, and the small red berries that are visually appealing to children. Toxicologists do not treat lily of the valley as a lesser version of foxglove or oleander. The glycoside profile is different enough and complex enough that the body's response is harder to predict and the clinical management more complicated. 38 distinct active compounds attacking cardiac function through overlapping mechanisms. It does not come with a label explaining any of this. Flower 5. Rhododendron from Battlefield 2 Backyard. Rhododendron encompasses over 1,000 species. Azaleas are a subgenus and carry identical toxicity. The active compounds are grayonotoxins. Ingestion causes bradycardia, an abnormally slow heart rate, along with vomiting, dizziness, loss of consciousness, and in untreated severe cases, death. In 65 BCE, King Mithridates VI of Pontus left honeycombs in the path of advancing Roman forces under Pompey. The bees that produced the honey had foraged on rhododendron. The grayonotoxins concentrated in the nectar transferred to the honey. The Romans ate it, fell into bradycardia and delirium, and were killed where they lay. The weapon was honey. The delivery system was a flower. This is the first recorded instance in history of deliberate poisoning through an environmental intermediary. The honey is still produced. In Turkey and Nepal, bees foraging on rhododendron continue to yield what is commercially sold as mad honey. A 2015 systematic review of 1,199 documented intoxication cases found no reported deaths in modern medical settings where atropine and supportive care are available. The absence of modern fatalities reflects the existence of functioning emergency medicine infrastructure, not the absence of danger. A 9-year-old boy in South Korea consumed approximately 10 rhododendron flowers. He was delirious and unresponsive 26 hours later. A 21-month-old girl in the United States ate a related garden plant carrying the same toxin. Her heart rate dropped to 40 beats per minute. She required atropine. Poison control centers receive calls every spring from parents whose children have mistaken azalea flowers for honeysuckle. Every spring. Conclusion: the accounting. These 5 plants share a common profile. They are legally sold. They are marketed for their ornamental value. They are planted in public spaces, front gardens, and children's environments. None of them carry warnings that reflect their documented capacity for harm. Aconitine has no antidote and has killed people within hours of ingestion. Foxglove and Oleander share a cardiac mechanism with clinically lethal plant-dosing histories. Lily of the Valley contains 38 cardiac glycosides and is carried by brides. Rhododendron served as a weapon of war in antiquity and continues to land toddlers in intensive care units today. In 2024, American poison centers handled 2.1 million exposure calls, 1 every 15 seconds. 54.6% of those calls involved children. The plants are still on the shelves,